Oh, okay, French.
You got this.
Yeah, just say.
2 nights in a row, though.
Cette semaine était un challenge pour nous parce que beaucoup de matchs, mais le plan pour ce soir passe à Toronto, mais sur le plan de match pour la victoire, if that made any sense at all.
Corey, we just had Troy here, and he said that no one believed that Laura Stacy was really going to be the 13th forward. Can you tell us what was your plan with Laura? Because we were trying to follow on which line she was, so can you explain?
Yeah, I'm glad you don't know. Yeah, it was honestly a lot of it is a feeling. It's where we think she can most have an impact, where we think she can provide a spark to the team, and she played on every single line in every single situation, and that was the plan going into it, that she could play anywhere, and it was exciting to have a player in the 13th spot who could do that.
She hadn't played since January 12th. After 2 periods, she had played barely 10 minutes, finished with 20, so she played pretty much as much time in the third and overtime than she had played in the first 2 periods. Did you know that she was going to be able to sustain that kind of use tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we look at things very closely, and we make sure that all of our players can can play a certain amount of time, and probably her time got up a little bit higher than I would have liked, but she had a major impact for us on the ice, and and the whole group will have a couple days off now before we head into New York, so it'll be a consistent monitoring everyday kind of check-in situation. So
you said major impact for Stacy. Maybe just resume what you think of her game tonight, your impression.
yeah, I mean, obviously she had a multi-point game, and every line that she was on, she impacted, whether it be the forecheck, pressure on the puck, shooting the puck. She played on her special teams units as well. So, she literally impacted every single part of the game, and it was nice to have her back as well, just for her presence on the bench and what she brings to the entire group. So, her impact is felt on the ice, but also on the bench.
And Desbiens has a great game yesterday, but Chuli today has a heck of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, also when you think of the game of Chuli.
Yeah, Chu has given us a chance to win every single time she steps in the crease, and she hadn't played in a bit, so it was nice to get her that opportunity, and the fact that she was able to come out with the win, and in a shootout against a Toronto team that has some pretty heavy shooters. It was kudos to her, and she really kind of shut it down for us, which was awesome to see, and awesome for her.
You probably hear the crowd going like Chuli.
I don't hear it. I don't know. No, but I'm in another world, I think. But I didn't hear it. But I know that Montreal loves Chu. She's just such a a great human, a great goalie, and kind of a great story to get around as well. So I can tell that she's really loved in this city, which is cool.
What kind of relationship do you have with Troy? Like right now you're coaching against him, but in a few days you're going to be his assistant. Like, are you going to text him and like, good game, but with a smile, or I don't know. What's happening? Like, is he going to text you and saying, yeah, she's not your 13 forward, or something like that? How does it work?
Well, what does it matter what anybody's commenting about a 13th forward or not?
No, it was just funny. It was just funny that when he said before, it was like, you really thought she was a 13 forward. You just
yeah. No, I mean, when did I text him? I texted him recently in a game that I think they maybe lost to Minnesota or something. It was something recent. And I just said, like, oh, it was his birthday. I texted him happy birthday, and I said, like, good game, and that, they deserved probably a better outcome than what it was. And we just chatted back and forth. And, him and I, we come from the same province. We've grown up, like, not playing for a national team, not, kind of being on that stage. And then all of a sudden, two Nova Scotia kids are coaching Team Canada. And so, that's something that I'm really proud of, and to be able to do it with Troy is special. And, Troy's had a major impact on my coaching career. And so it's nice to be able to coach against him now. And it's always a battle. Like, it's love, but there's so much compete there too. Yeah.
Coach, it's 5 wins in your last 6. In those 6 games, 17 different players out front. Was this ability to win by committee something that was intentionally done this season, or is it something that just naturally came to be?
No, I mean, for us, I thought that we really drafted well, and this year, and some of the players that we were after not only could bring high level scoring, but also bring character, grit, and depth to our lineup. And then in the off season too, just in terms of free agency and who you want to bring in or who you want to invite to camp. It was, first year you're not really sure what you're looking at in terms of a league, and we realized pretty quickly what types of players were going to have some success in this league. And I thought we did a great job last year with our team, and we just wanted to continue to build on that foundation. And I thought that we did a really good job of that, and now we're kind of seeing the rewards, or reaping the rewards of that.
To that point, you mentioned drafting. A lot of attention to some players. Anna Mogren kind of flies under the radar a little bit, but she's obviously taken on a big role, getting a national team opportunity against you next week. What has that been, the progression of drafting to having her, next to Kayla and seeing her thrive in that role? Yeah, I mean,
like Wilgs, that's what we call her. I don't know if she likes that nickname, but we call her Wilgs. She was someone that was on our radar from day one, and was a player that we thought flew a little bit under the radar and had more to offer than maybe what was presented in her national team kind of exposures. And, we look back on it now, and we had her ranked 29th, and we drafted her 29th, and it worked out perfectly for us. But aside from all the hockey, like, she's an amazing human, and she's so loved in that dressing room. And she's obviously been through a lot this year, with a loss in her family, and she's come here to Montreal and really just fit right in with our group, and really has been embraced by our team. And just someone that she's so like lovable, and just someone who loves the game of hockey and is fearless. And I think that that's something that I really love about her, is she's so fearless, so courageous, and I think that's why she will continue to grow as a hockey player and continue to get better.
And we've talked in the past about how it's a different team this year. There's not really much memories of last year, but given how you played against Toronto last year, there's still a significant group of leaders that went through that last year. Starting off 3-0 against them this year, is that a little bit more satisfying than maybe it would be otherwise against them?
Yeah, I mean, last year, like, it just sucked when we would lose against Toronto, but this year, like, it's a hard fought game. Like, every time we play them, it feels like every single team we play, they bring their best, and like, good job to them. But like, is there ever going to be like one easy game? I don't think so in this league. But yeah, to play against Toronto and to be on that side, it's a 1-goal game almost every time, or an empty net or whatever that looks like. But they bring it, and we bring it. And tonight, it was back and forth the whole time. But yeah, definitely satisfying.
just want to go back to Laura's game for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, she played a very physical game, like she was in every battle, and well, the impact and type of player she is, but,
Yeah.
you know, on a return game like this, were you expecting this? Were you a little surprised by her game?
Yeah, I mean, I think like there was a little bit of hesitancy there probably at the beginning, and then she kind of got, you know, warmed up to it, and but not surprised. I really liked her game, and you know, obviously she's someone that we missed in the lineup, but we have, you know, people who stepped up during those moments, and so it was great to have her back tonight. I was a little bit surprised with how fearless she was, but that's a big part of overcoming an injury too, is the mental side and being able to jump right in, and I thought she did a great job of that.
For the league's first back-to-back, it does seem like there was a little bit of fatigue,
Yeah.
maybe in the first and a little bit later. So aside from the, in retrospect, very wise decision to have Stacey come back in this game, were there any other adjustments that you made to try and to be able to have a really solid game on second night?
Yeah, we delayed the game by 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
That was smart.
No, I'm kidding. You know, it's a lot of just kind of the habits and details of what goes into playing a back-to-back. We knew that this was going to be more challenging, and you guys saw that it was a lot more challenging fatigue-wise, mentally and physically, emotionally, kind of in every kind of way. Tonight was about find a way, because we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and you know, we wanted to put our best foot forward against Ottawa. We wanted to put our best foot forward against Toronto, and to come out with 5 out of 6, we're pretty satisfied with that.
Merci, Corey.
Merci beaucoup.
I can start. So Lara, you were sitting not too far from us yesterday night. How tough was it for you to be watching your teammates last few games? And yeah, just tell us. And you seem very hungry tonight.
Yeah, it's always tough sitting in the stands, watching your teammates play and wanting to be a part of it. But honestly, the last 2 weeks, even if I have been in the stands, even if I've missed practice, the girls have made me feel as if I was a part of it no matter what. And it's a pretty special feeling, so that when you do come back, you haven't really missed a beat. And that's what I felt like today, is they just welcomed me with arms wide open. I got to play with a ton of different people tonight, and it was just, honestly, it was so much fun to just be back in the locker room, back with the girls, doing those weird routines that we always do, and it was just a fun game.
When that injury happened on January 12th, you fell, you tried to stand up, and then you fell again. On that, how did you feel in that exact moment? And did you think it was very bad? Like, worse than what it ended up to be?
Yeah, of course. In the moment, it's scary. I knew something wasn't right. It felt off. Obviously, when I fell face first, it was clear something was off. But yeah, I think it is scary. That being said, I think our medical staff, our extended staff, honestly, they've done absolutely everything possible to get me back today. Obviously, it might have been maybe a little bit early. Maybe it wasn't. You never really know. But they cared a ton about me. And the last week, we had a week off, and not one of those staff members took a week off, because they were there helping me get back, helping me get better. So I owe a lot to this group and this circle and these people around me, because I don't think I would have been back tonight if it weren't for all of them, that's for sure.
Did you expect to be used the way you were used tonight with pretty much everybody on the team? But also, you finally played more than 20 minutes. What did you expect?
Honestly, I had no expectations. I was just found out that I was playing pretty earlier today. It was still touch and go a little of like, is it okay? Is it not? Is it the right decision? Is it not? I got to skate this morning quickly just to feel out a new piece of tape, and honestly, I had no expectations. I just was so excited to be with the girls in the locker room. Whatever happened. I didn't know how I was going to feel. I didn't know how I was going to feel out there. and honestly, it held up. It turned out, but honestly, it was just that pure joy and fun of what, like, I'm back. Who cares what happens out there? I just want to be in the room and with the jersey on.
Okay, so last night, you didn't know you were gonna play tonight?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
At what point tonight, whether it was before the game or maybe through one of your shifts, were you realizing that, oh, this is one of those games where I'm going to, have the kind of game I had?
I don't know if you ever process that, to be honest with you. I think you're just in the moment, and honestly, it was just from shift to shift. Toronto played a really good game. We were doing everything we could to battle hard. The girls, like, playing 2 games back to back is not an easy feat, and not one single player in that locker room today was defeated by it or thinking about it. It was the task at hand was to win a hockey game tonight, and that's exactly what we did. And so just to kind of come in and be a part of that and see the way that they were battling through it, it was extremely impressive. And I don't think I ever thought anything. I was just like, okay, it felt good last shift. Let's keep going, and hopefully it doesn't get tired and wear out. But honestly, it was from shift to shift of just let's enjoy this moment because I'm lucky to be out here with the girls.
Elaine, what's the most pressure, the 3-on-3 or the shootout?
That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly felt pretty confident in both. We usually, that's only my second shootout. Usually we do score in overtime, but no, I was feeling pretty good about it. So
Did you hear the crowd chanting your name?
I did. I think that's when the one that went in. I did hear that though. Yeah, that was
What
cool.
does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean it means so much. Jokes aside, like, yeah, that's it's pretty cool. Like, we have the best fans in the league, so to be able to play in front of them for the first time this season and get the win in the shootout is super special.
And maybe what do you think of your game overall today?
Yeah, I think there's always room to be better. We won. That's like mostly what I care about is the team getting the win and giving them a chance to win. Definitely some things to clean up. So I'm sure I'll have video in the next couple of days here and we can go over that. But yeah, overall, I'm just happy we get the win.
You haven't played since the game on the 12th of January, so going into that after such a long layoff, how do you get it? Is it easy to get warm?
No, I mean, no, it is tough to do. That's where just kind of, relying on your preparation and your practices and, having a good mentality about it. And, you really gotta be dialed and yeah, just trusting all the preparation.
Just, I don't know if you can tell us what went through your head during that specific save in overtime when you didn't have your stick anymore, and you just, like, you remember that specific moment?
Yes, I do. I know, my stick kept getting, like, skated through my arm, so I dropped it, but I do remember that, and I was trying to cover it, but I also missed that, so I was lucky we got the clear.
Well, you stopped that one.
I did stop it, yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But I was trying to cover it after to get my stick back, but
Both coaches talked about how difficult it is for a team to play back-to-back and how, Toronto did come out at the beginning very aggressively. How important is it for you as a goalie to kind of maybe give your team that assurance that, you may get some pressure, but I've got your back?
yeah, I think just getting out of the first period down 1-0 or tied 1-1, sorry, not like letting that second goal in the first, I think is good. And yeah, I mean, I knew like the girls are coming off back-to-back, which it's been a while since like we've done that. So yeah, I mean, there might be a little fatigue, but sometimes the adrenaline just kicks in and, maybe it wasn't our best period, but yeah, like going into the second tied 1-1, like that was pretty good.
Laura, for you, what was a better moment? Maureen Murphy pointing to you after the setup pass or getting the goal later on in the game?
I don't even know the answer. I would say they were both awesome moments. I think the feeling that we had at center ice after the win would be my favorite moment of the night. Just the crowd. This crowd is electric. Honestly, I've never felt so much love skating out there for warm-ups, seeing signs, and that feeling we had as we were all like, we just got 5 out of 6 points in back-to-back night. Like that's huge as a team, and the girls battled hard, so I think it's 2 days to be really proud of.
you played with all of the lines, and Corey said that you had an impact on every line and into every situation also. But your 3 points and the 3 goals all came with Lena on the ice. Can you say about playing with her?
Yeah, honestly, that's a really cool stat. I had no idea. I think it was really, like, I was getting the opportunity to play with everyone, which was really fun. I think Lena's been awesome for our team this year, just the way that she stuck with it. I think there's so many times in hockey that there's ups and downs and highs and lows, and I think she's been consistent. We know what we're getting out of Lena, and I think it's just continuing to go up and up from here, and I'm really excited about where it will continue to go with the type of player she is, with the skill she has, and so getting to go on the ice with her and the pass she made to me before Keps's goal was quite the play. So she has a ton of potential, and it's really starting to show out there, and I'm happy for her.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night.